We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.
Hello and welcome back to Sitting and Chatting podcast. I'm Liam Whyte.
I'm Jamie Allan.
Jamie, how's your munch?
Oh, lovely, but a bit warm.
You picked the wrong fucking on a bright sunny day in Scotland. You picked some fucking hot rice to go through.
I know. Fucking it's nice though. Very good indeed.
If you suddenly see a cut at any point, it's probably because Jamie's had to go away to fucking get a big glass of water with the way he's reacting.
That will never happen, don't you worry.
He's a strong man, he can handle it.
Aye, that's me, mate.
So, once again, to let the viewers back in behind the curtain, as I like to say, we're recording 2 again today, basically. So you will see, this will actually be the second one you see, because we'll be recording one with Dylan first, which you'll seen last week. And I'm sure it was incredible. I'm sure it was the best episode we've ever done, and nothing went wrong in any way. But going from there, obviously, because, well, to be honest, this is a Monday we're recording on. We usually do these on a Friday. Anything we talk about today will be out of date by the time it comes out. So I thought, fuck it, we'll scrap it. We'll do something a wee bit different this week. A wee while ago, I think maybe about 4 or so podcasts ago, we tried to discuss this idea of what we would do if we became millionaires. And we sort of thought it would be a better idea to just actually save it for a full episode and basically plan it through as such, as if we did to this day win millions upon millions. So I've got a few categories to go through, but this episode is basically just a wee bit of fun for me and Jamie explaining the day that we become millionaires, what we're going to do with all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, looking on the Lotto website, and for the last year or so, the average lottery winnings, or someone that wins the full lottery, not just like wins 10 quid or something, the average lottery winner wins something like about 10.65 mil. For easiness sake, I'm just going to round up to 10.5. So you've got 10.5 mil, Jamie. Now, let's pretend that... do you actually buy lottery tickets?
No.
Have you ever?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it in a few years now, but obviously, previous Friday, you and me, we've been out on the bevy, but we fancy our chances. We've dropped it at Tesco. We've got a wee card, the wee pens on the table.
Yep.
They filled out. By some miracle, we've both won 10.5 mil each. Come back and cash out. What are you doing first thing?
So am I going first, or are you?
I'll let you go. I'm interested to hear what you'll do first.
Right, so very, very first, right?
Very first thing, you've just seen, holy shit, I've won the money. You've gone down the Tesco, you've signed for it. I don't know how it works. I think you signed for it and then you have to go to lottery headquarters. But let's say you've gone to lottery headquarters, you've got the money. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to change the first question. When you go to lottery headquarters, I know they give you the option if you want to make it anonymous, like so no one knows that you've won it.
Yep.
Or you can get, the big giant fuck off check and you can spray the champagne and that in the gardens. Which are you doing?
One anonymous.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible thing. I would still, to be fair, ask them if I could do like the photo with the giant check and that, but I'd probably ask to just keep that myself. I wouldn't want that published anywhere.
Yep. Well, I would go anonymous, 100%.
Do you think? Would you worry, right? Because obviously, everyone obviously trusts their friends, but would you worry that potentially people would leech off of you then, in a sense, if you started doing that and everyone knew you were a millionaire?
What's that?
Would you potentially worry that if you'd done that, like, obviously, if you put out in the press or whatever that you won 10 million quid, would you be worried, like, your mates or family or that might start to try and leech off of you?
I wouldn't allow it to happen, though. But it wouldn't, like, nobody would know other than my immediate family.
Not even me.
No.
Wow.
For that very reason.
Wow.
Honestly, you're the biggest leech I know. So
Fuck
you,
up. Fuck up.
You'd be the last person to hear about it.
Absolute dick.
Fucking hell. But no, I would go anonymous. I wouldn't tell. Wouldn't tell anybody.
You all right there, aye?
Oh, fucking dying.
And you know the best part is as well, I said under no circumstances will I stop, so
I'm not gonna. So
yeah, it's a nice bottle of water, Jamie.
fuck you. Right, we got anonymous 100%. The very first thing I would do once everything was checked out and stuff, in the bank account, so to speak, would be the boring stuff, paying off any mortgages and debts that family's got. So I haven't done no chance of them. So
No, you don't even give me a tenner, you dirty bastard.
no. I'd be paying off any mortgages or debts or whatever my immediate family's got. I've not got any, so it'd be ideal to pay off theirs. Now it gets tasty after that, right? Because you know me, right? I'm not an avid traveller of the world.
You're
right?
not.
No. However, I'm buying a house in Scotland.
Whereabouts? Would you keep it local? Aye.
Oh, it's still in. Then I would be buying a house in Jamaica.
Oh, to visit Dylan's family.
Jamaica holiday home, right?
Why Jamaica?
My mum and dad live it there.
Wait, what?
My mum and dad, like, they love going there.
Oh, right. I thought you said my mum and dad have lived there. I was like, where the fuck did your mum and dad live it?
So, I would get them a holiday home over there.
Fair.
They would early retire because they wouldn't pay for anything again, obviously. And then I would buy a holiday home in Cyprus.
Yep. Been there a few times yourself, haven't you?
Yep. I would also buy one.
Jesus, 10.5 million is a good stretch forever, you know.
Listen, a holiday home, mate, you're talking maybe 200k per home. Like, we're fine. That's
when you
easy
get
money.
a fucking shack or something.
No chance. Easy money. Bear in mind, these fucking countries are poor, so we're fine. Jamaica, you can get a house in Jamaica for a tenner. Easy peasy.
And saying that, to be fair, though, right, my family, they live in Jersey. They were obviously talking about retirement and all that. And when we went out to Italy for my aunt's 50th, my family that live in Italy live in the north side. And one day we just went out for a walk in the hills and we came up across like this wee village. It maybe has a population of about 1,000, a couple of shops, a couple of bars, a couple of houses, like loads of houses, but that's about it basically. And my aunt's boyfriend found a house for sale there. Bearing in mind, there's nothing wrong with the place. Everything's fine about it. €9,000 for a 3-bedroom house.
Did they buy it?
He wanted to. She stopped him.
I would be buying that 100%.
I know, €9,000 for a gaff there's nothing wrong with.
I'll buy that now.
I know. We should go for it. Non-lottery. But yeah, I mean, you're right, I suppose. You do get these bargains at some places.
So it would be Jamaica, Cyprus,
and
then the last one I would probably get would be in Germany.
Why Germany?
I like the football out there. So
okay.
And then I would probably get one in London as well.
You really are stretching this down. You've probably spent about 4 mil already, and that's just on the London. That's just on the London flat. That's just
no chance. Then once I've done that, I would then start my cars. Why?
No, right. Well, we'll come back to that, all right? Because we need to go through some processes, So, very first thing, absolute first thing I'm doing, I've won the money and all that. I mean, you know, I'm going for a night out to celebrate. It has to be done. But I don't think I'd tell my immediate family straight away because I'd like to surprise them, if that makes sense. You know, I want to like do something big for them and it'd be like a shock.
So you're telling your friends?
Yeah, of course.
One go.
Nah, because here's the thing though, right? I mean, you know me, I've been the majority of my someone's just spent their 10.5 mil on a car outside. Basically, right, I trust my friends, you know, most of them, bar my college friends, I've known for 10, 15 years now, you know, and I feel like it's only right because I feel like them, except from you, by the sounds of it, would have helped me out if it was in a similar position.
Money talks, bullshit walks.
Here's the thing though, right? The very first thing in terms of gifts, like you obviously, I'm paying off my mum, dad, and any immediate family's mortgages that are left. That's the first thing that's getting paid off, any debts, that kind of thing. Then the very next thing that I'm buying is that I'm buying 3 Aston Martins, one for my mum, one for Lewis, one for myself.
An embarrassing statement, right?
What's wrong with that?
You're buying Lewis and Aston Martin.
Listen, you know, friend of 22 years. Did you say that you were interested? I've never heard you once interested in cars.
I just said the houses, immediate family so far. You didn't know what was going to happen with cars.
Yeah, and can I go further? I'm saying what I'm first getting, okay?
I should be first and last.
Listen, you absolute cheeky bastard. If you wanted to know who I would actually be giving money to, it would be my friends, including yourself, all right? If you didn't win this imaginary lottery as well.
Can I believe it? But anyway, carry on.
No. Then, like you, of course, I'd be getting a house in Stirling, preferably a big one that also has a studio in it for the Sitting and Chatting podcast. And of course, I'd be hiring someone full time to, you know, film it, edit it for us as well. Book guests, maybe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, living the life, you know, make sure.
Yeah.
Next place I'm probably buying a house, Barcelona. Love that part of Spain. We'd like to get
area,
It's a bad area, did you say?
full of pickpocketers and all that. Bad area.
That's fine, no for me. I'll batter them all, mate.
Bad area, the Catalans.
Nah. Class area. Right on the beach. Nice wee flat right on the beach, I think.
Flat, 10.5 million is buying a flat. Embarrassing.
Mate, I'm getting I'm going to be getting like a mansion in Stirling, mate. I'm knocking down some gaff and building a new one on top of that.
It did, right? So you're buying a house in Barca.
Yeah, I would also as well get possibly the cheapest flat possible in Liverpool, mainly for the fact because I'm also going to be buying season ticket for you and me in Liverpool, so we can go to the matches. What's wrong with that?
I'm not going.
You wouldn't go to watch Liverpool matches?
No, because I'll be on at the same time as the Rangers.
Fuck off! What the fuck?
I mean, well, and the famous are more important. Sorry.
How fucking dare you, Joe? I take it back. You're not getting any money then.
Mate, fine, be that way. This video was a bad idea. See you later.
I know it's because of the arguments already. But I would buy out gaff in Liverpool mainly for the season ticket for Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't think I'd buy any more places just because with the idea of probably would want to go travelling as well once COVID's all done. But going back to the houses then, so you're saying obviously you're getting a gaff in Stirling. Is that going to be your main place of residence, do you think?
Aye. 1,000,000% aye. But I chose 4 places.
Right.
Talk about like Cyprus, Germany, Jamaica, Scotland. London was just like a maybe. Right? Those are the 4. So the year would be split up into 4s for me. And I'd maybe do
okay.
And maybe day time in each place. But Jamaica would be purely for my mum and dad, but
you cut off like fuck there, say that again.
I says my mum and dad would mainly be the ones going to Jamaica, however.
Right.
I'd maybe go out for part of the year or whatever, do you know what I mean?
Aye. What like December, get some good weather.
Aye. 100%. Get away for this place in the winter.
What are you talking about? It's lovely.
Aye. Now the date is aye.
I mean, yeah, that'll be for the rest of the year.
But so maybe daytime in each of these places. Plus, I'd allow my family to go out and like my immediate cousins and that to go for a holiday and stuff.
You know, thinking of like, I know you're not a big traveling person. Would you not want to maybe explore some other areas as well in the meantime? No interest.
I mean, I'd maybe do it, but it would be once every 2 or 3 years because fuck getting on a plane like that amount of times.
Well, I mean, to go to Jamaica, you'll be fucking flying a lot. And let's face it as well, if you're going to London, I mean, you're probably not going to drive into the centre of London, are you?
Nah, I'd get an Uber.
From someone.
Rich, bro.
That'd be the most fucking awkward and boring car journey ever. It'd be like fucking 8 hours of absolute boredom.
Mm-hmm. Me and my mate Umar all the way down, 100%.
Yeah, it sounds like great fun. You can do that. I'll fucking catch you there.
No, I'd probably hire you to drive me down.
How much you paying?
50 quid for your time.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
25 quid every 4 hours.
That is not. That's less than minimum wage, mate. Absolutely not.
Aye, that's all you get. That's how you stay rich.
That's how. I know by buying fucking 4 homes as well while you're at it.
Aye, but I can rent these out when we're not there.
True. No, but genuinely be honest, how much do you think you're spending at this point so far? Because if you're going off of... So are you taking the London place or no? You have to make a decision.
No, I wouldn't. But it'd be 250k per is the kind of where I'd be, as the ballpark.
You know how fucking expensive Stirling is to buy a house at the moment?
Aye, but there's houses out there that are like free.
What, the fucking flats are just opposite you?
No, not bad. In the new place, right across the road, there's a 4-bedroom big fucking bastard house sits by itself. 290k. Get that. Fuck it.
And then obviously you'll make changes, putting your own furniture. What are we talking?
350.
Yeah. Okay. 350. You're buying a house in Jamaica for your parents. What's that? Just going to be a wee 2-bedroom place on the beach, or what's that going to be like?
It'll probably just be a 1 bed. There's no need for that.
What about if they want people to visit them?
Fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, so
I've decided I don't want you to win the lottery. Actually, I'm just.
So 350k for the first two. Let's say we go all out 2 bed, 250k in Jamaica, right?
Okay.
Right. 250 bangers in there. And then the one in Germany. Germany's cheap for everything. But I'm only using that primarily for the football because it would be city centre.
You said no to Liverpool, but you want to go to Germany to watch the football.
Aye, no, but I'm not getting a season ticket. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm going to go there and catch games that I want to see. Like if I want to see Bayern Munich, Dortmund, I'll go over. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So I'm buying like a wee 1 bed, 2 bed flat in Munich, right?
So you can take a mate over to watch the football with.
Yep. Duncan whenever he's free.
Fact as well, you say him above me. That's the lowest form of disrespect you've given me ever.
So let's say 150k for a flat city centre in Munich, right?
Right.
I'm overshooting that, but we'll ballpark it.
So you say about a mil or so.
Well, 750k, but there was one other place, one at Cyprus. They're dead expensive.
So a mil on top of
let's
that.
just say, no. It's not that expensive, Camden. But if I'm buying a villa, 500k. So, hang on, 1.2 mil with it so far.
All right. Let's just say for ease sake, though, we'll pay up to 1.5. That way you have 8 mil left.
I think that's very unfair, but fine.
Oh, no, listen, I mean, right, okay, I'm going to get a gaff installed. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be fucking massive if I can do it. Either I'm buying a place and knocking it down and building one on top of it, or I'm just fucking extending it to fuck. Mainly so I can either have folks stay around, have belters or parties once COVID's done, or, well, to be honest, actually, for my more ridiculous expenditures that will be coming later. I want a gaff, right, with a pool in it. Okay, an indoor pool. That's my dream.
Right.
You know, oh, actually, you can the one like you get in Glen Eagles where it's like part indoors and then you can go outdoors and that. That's the dream. That's what I want to have. I mean, I'd be able to use the outdoor bit like once a year in Scotland, but it would be worth it for that one time.
A little lie. I've got like something in mind as well.
Okay.
Aye.
Right. I mean, do you want to hear about my ridiculous expenditures that I've got planned?
If you're ready to move on to that, then go for it.
I mean, yeah. So now, Jamie, you know I'm a big car fan. I've been having to think about this last night when I was thinking about this. I was like, right, what kind of cars would I want? So, you know, first off, I'm going to be sensible, right? I'm going to get an electric car, okay? You know, help out the environment. I'm getting a Porsche Taycan.
Thank fuck, great.
I'm helping the environment, okay, Jamie?
If you said Tesla, I would have
No. Tesla, I think I said to you on the podcast, but Tesla has become like...
common.
It's boring, isn't it? Like every car
It's a common expensive now.
It shouldn't be common, but it's like folk that, like, I don't know, say like Gucci or something like that. You know, every rich or people that get a lot of money, first thing they do is buy something Gucci, something like that. You know, just now they get Teslas. I mean, even in Stirling, you fucking see like hunters with things driving around.
No.
So yeah, I'm getting a Porsche Taycan. You know, saving the environment.
There's two where I live, by the way. Two in St Onions.
Exactly. That's St Onions, right? There's no fucking need for a Tesla in St Onions. I'll be worth more than the house.
Probably. No, well, actually, aye.
I'm also, you know, going to get, you know, I'm a big fan of my classic cars. So if there's one available, I'm getting a vintage Aston Martin DB6.
Kind of thought that was coming.
I wanted a DB5. However, the DB5s cost about $1 million each. So even for me, that's potentially a bit too far. I'd be too scared to drive it. I'd also get a Jag Mark II. You know, that's only about 50k for a good one. You know, vintage 50s car. You know, feel like a villain. You know, be nice. I'm also as well, you know, get a Land Rover. You know, might want to go off road at some point. Discovery, you know. In fact, no. Defender, you know, gotta be a Defender. Then I want an Aston Martin DB11 for, you know, everyday kind of drive. And finally, a Lamborghini Hurricane.
Oh, no, he's ruined it. It was going well. It was going well. There was too many Aston Martins in there for a start. I'm not going to lie.
There's only two Aston Martins.
No, there was 3.
No.
Aye, because you said you were buying one for your Lewis and your mum.
Yeah, sorry. So one of them will be the DB11. I'll get the vintage one at another point.
Right, okay.
And then obviously, you know, going to have the vintage one there as well.
The Porsche should be here every day.
I mean, the Taycan probably would end up being every day. You know, if I'm only driving around Stirling and the motorists are going to die, then yeah, probably would end up driving that every day. You know, 4-seaters. You know, be able to drive folk around, save the environment, which, you know, is what I'm really care about.
You're going to power it with solar panels as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, it wouldn't do much, but I'd certainly try it.
No, I mean, like, would you like get solar panels to power the actual charging port?
Yeah. So like, I put like solar panels on the roof and that, and obviously you'd have the electric station that'll feed into it.
Right.
You know, I'm doing my bit. You know, in this gaff as well, you know, want a pool, preferably as well a gym if I can get one.
You need it.
True, I do. And you know, a couple of bedrooms and a podcast studio. So all in total, I'm going to be probably realistic here. I think that if you include the cars as well, probably spending about 2 mil on everything there. Do you think that's fair?
I think I've been generous here, so.
Okay, so we say 2.5 then.
Add closer to 3.
Okay, fine. We'll say 3 then. Are you including both?
And bear in mind you're building it.
Well, not necessarily. I might just be extending it depending on like how big the house is.
3 mil is what I'd be comfortable saying.
Okay, fine. Is that for all the houses or just the Stirling gaff, right?
Just a Stirling gaff on the other cars.
Right, okay. Stirling gaff. I'll get a flat in Barcelona. We'll say 250 for that, shall we? Is that fair, do you think?
Are you going city centre?
Probably close to the beach if I can manage it.
250 to be fair.
Just a couple of bedrooms, somewhere I can go away on holiday, enjoy the sun. Where else would that? And place in Liverpool. I mean, I'm literally talking like, providing I will only get stabbed walking into it, it will do, and it's got 2 bedrooms. 150. Do you think it's probably fair?
If it's bare minimum you're going for, I'd probably just say about 100k.
100k. All right. So what's that I've spent now? About what's that about? Like 3.65. 65. Yeah, that's probably fair. I was also thinking, the place Ely that I went to on holiday every year with my mates from school. Yeah. I would like to have a place there because it was like a good experience. However, I think at this rate, the amount of money that I've just spent, maybe not.
Avoid it.
No. Do you know what? Right? Okay. I'll forgo the Lambo. Okay. So and then I'll buy a house in Ely as well, so I can have parties with my mates in Scotland, because a few of my mates in Scotland also don't like to travel or / scared of flying, and they don't like the hot heat. So it's good that we can have somewhere to go during the year, like in the summer in Scotland.
Yeah. Fair.
So that's my starting. That's what basically in a year what I'll fuck most of my money on to make sure I'm ready for life. Rent, obviously, the place is out as well, like you were saying, during the year where I'm not there as such.
Makes sense.
Just thinking as well, how much do you think I need to pay an editor / filmmaker for the podcast?
Probably about
25.
25k a year.
Yeah. I mean, I could get one of my friends that just left uni to do it as well.
Just get down to 10k a year.
Do I trust him? Do you trust him? Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Fergus, he'll do it for 15k a year.
Again, do you trust Fergus to do it?
He actually was good at editing, to be fair.
He's good at editing, but do you trust him to follow the time scales?
If it was his permanent job,
Okay. I mean, yeah, we could do that, to be fair. Yeah, we'll say 25k a year, be generous. Get a PA as well, to like book guests and shit for us. Need like an agency or something like that. Don't know, they're probably about like what, 20 or 30k a year as well. Yeah, so what we're looking at about, I'll say the late 3 mil, so I'll say 4 mil just to round up.
Right.
So I've spent nearly half of my money already. But I think I'm set for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plans then next? What's your exotic expenditures that you're planning?
Well, I'm doing my cars, right? So
name some. What are you getting?
So I'm buying my dad a Mustang.
One of the new ones, though.
No, I've got to get 2 for him. I'm going to get an older one and a newer one.
The like Steve McQueen one from Bullet.
Yep. And then I'll get him a brand new modern day one as well. So, my mum loves Jeeps, so I'll be buying her like a Range of some sort. Or maybe a Porsche, she likes them.
Oof. What, are those still live out in Jamaica with?
No. None be living in Jamaica. It's just like a holiday home.
Right. No, okay. I thought you meant this is like where they would be going to like early retire sort of thing.
No. And then I would get myself a Skyline.
Well, like the Fast and Furious one.
Aye.
That's like, how much those go for nowadays?
They're cheap.
200k? 200k for a 20-year-old fucking Nissan.
I know. I would probably get it custom built. Aye.
You've just spent about 500 racks on cars there.
Yeah. And then I would buy, like your good self, I would buy an electric vehicle. Saving the environment.
Yep.
And it would probably be the Porsche as well. It's
man.
Beautiful. Nice, easy.
It's the best looking Porsche they've ever done.
Aye. So that would be my cars, though.
Okay.
And then I would probably ask you if you wanted an Aston Martin because I know how much you like them. Bearing in mind you won the, you know, I'd be bargaining for a no, but obviously I would ask. Right.
Listen, to be fair, right? See if you're buying yourself a Porsche. I'll ask you for your car. So how about that?
That's a deal.
Thank you. You pay for the insurance, though.
Nope. And then I buy my wee sister a Golf-R. It's her favourite car.
Wow. Again, your sister's one but no me. I'm joking.
So that would be all my cars.
Yeah.
Now, I think I made an error here.
Okay.
Because I might absolutely bun off Cyprus.
Okay. So
And
you
either-
save yourself about 500k. Not bad. I can afford the
And
cars.
either get a place in Tokyo
Tokyo?
or somewhere like Cuba.
I would never have thought you would have said Tokyo.
It just looks like an interesting place, doesn't it? Like just
Aye, but would you not rather like visit it first and then make a decision about it? Because if you're traveling
No.
fucking but right, imagine right, you travel fucking like 18 hours on a plane, right, which you'd already fucking hate. You get there, and then after a week of being there, you think, actually, this is shit. I don't want to have my place here anymore. Then what do you do?
I'm rich. I'll come back. Like, I'll come back. I'm no fucking para.
That's actually a thing, though. Are you? I mean, obviously, let's look in around the bush here. You're leaving the second that check is cashed. But do you think you're still work bar the podcast? Obviously,
I'd probably burn the podcast off, to be honest.
that is fucking outrageous.
I would probably sensible option. So obviously I bought my properties, right? We'll stick to what I've got, right?
Right. Are you burning off Cyprus then for
No, we'll keep it, fuck it. Because Cyprus is a destination for tourists, whereas the other ones aren't they?
Yeah.
So
my business so you spend about 2 mil now, roughly.
Yeah. So my business would be obviously renting out these properties for holiday homes.
Oh, I've just remembered something, sorry. Well, lottery, in case you don't know how it works in the UK, the money's, you don't get tax for it, basically. So we don't have to worry about spending tax on that at the moment.
No, I know. Right, so my business would start up and it would be the holiday homes, and it would be renting them out when I'm not there, blah, blah, blah. I would have somebody doing that for me. So like a financial advisor / business caretaker, if you will. But then I would also probably start a fleet business, like a haulage company.
Right.
So I would buy, however many lorries or whatever, and I would just make money for that.
Okay.
Again, somebody would caretake it, blah, blah, blah. The reason being is because I've always liked the idea of having a haulage company. I just think it looks fun. And I maybe do a shift pattern for myself, just for the banter. Get myself out of pie, keep the brain ticking over, And so that'd be my two main source of money. Would be I'd have a business for my fun business, which would be the haulage, and then I'd have my other business, which is a holiday home. But then, this is where it becomes interesting because I don't know about you, but would you invest in Bitcoin? Well, maybe not Bitcoin, but do
you mean
crypto in general?
Crypto, I can think of the word there. Yeah, I wouldn't personally do it, but like you said, sort of, I'd want to get once I do make the money. All jokes aside, after I've surprised my family and that by paying off their mortgage and that, and I've said congrats to them and all that, and paid off any debts they need to. I would probably get them to try and help me get a financial advisor as my next thing, and they probably wouldn't be happy when I told them the list of properties and cars I was about to buy. But we can firm it. And then I'd obviously go off of what they advise me, basically. I know obviously a lot of money can be made just by leaving the money in the bank and letting them save it and letting the interest building up over the years. Obviously, there's no harm if they recommend crypto. I'm more than happy to get someone that knows about crypto to do that for me. Invest a wee bit of time, see how they do. If they do well, give them maybe a wee bit more, that kind of thing.
Because my money would be in an ISA account.
Yeah.
And obviously be powering up there. I'll probably give 500k to somebody that knows what they're doing. Go have fun on trading 212 or whatever.
I would probably use something more complex than that, but yeah.
Aye, well, you know what I'm saying. And if in a year, about the same amount or more, they would be full-time hired, and we'd go mental with it. They would keep the 500k and try and make as much money as they can, and they'd be on a wage themselves, you know. And obviously, if they make say they invest in a £35,000 Bitcoin, and then it increases to 135,000, they would get 50k of that. So, keep them, you know, incentivize it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How would you find someone that cares what they're doing about crypto? Would you literally just go on would you go on Indeed.com and put need crypto man ASAP? Pays big.
Need crypto guy.
That's the title of it.
Nah, there's I would go into like Indeed and you will look at traders. That's what they're called now. And it's just if they've got previous success and know what they're talking about, we take it for there.
Do you know what I would like to do actually, as like a sort of side project, like work as you're saying? This would probably not be a very good investment, and so obviously I need to listen to the big financial advisor about this. But one thing I've always sort of wanted to do is like own a pub. Like I'm not talking like maybe like a city pub though. I'm talking like you know like on the West Island Way or something like that. Just like build like a pub like on the route, like sort of thing, and you know get like folk in like. Well, maybe actually not on the West Island Way, but like some like a wee small pub that plays the football, has pool tables in it. Does occasional food, but not too much. Just something like that. I think it'd be quite nice. Do a shift there. Pay people an actual decent amount of money. I think would be nice, opposed to most of these places which don't. Could potentially get friends and family involved that wanted a new job or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that would be.
I like
something
that.
nice
I like that idea.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. I'm sure it wouldn't be, especially nowadays. I'm sure it's a terrible thing to do. And if my financial advisor pretty much said, "Yeah, you're guaranteed to never make this money back," then I probably need to think about it. But if they said, "Yeah, go for it," then yeah, I'd be down to do that.
So here's the big one for me.
Oh, right. Okay. So you've spent what about? We'll say about
2.5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm going to put. This is big, right?
Oh no! What are you about to say?
I'm going to put another 2.5 mil straight in the Rangers as shares.
That's not Jesus Christ.
Right.
Oh my god!
Right up the Jarvie.
Oh my god!
Right.
That's a terrible.
2.5 mil.
That's terrible.
2.5 mil straight in the Rangers.
Right.
As shares. No, as a.
Are Rangers on the? I don't really know how it works. Are Rangers on like the stock exchange market or whatever? Like, can you put like money into them and like sit on the board if you put enough in?
Nah. So they got rid of that. But basically, the fans can put money in and they get fan shares.
Right.
So that's what I would do. It'd be 2.5 mil straight in there.
I can't believe you're actually about to put 2.5 fucking million pounds into Rangers. And because you know for a fact it will only line your pockets, it'll just be given to the cunts upstairs above you.
No. Because if you're putting that sort of investment in, you get to meet everybody and understand where the money's going. And at that very moment, I'd be like, right, the money goes nowhere other than into the club and straight into the players, blah, blah, blah.
So that would pay for everyone's wages for about a week, and that'd be
No. It'd probably be in order to, like, for They could use it for a magnitude of things, let's be honest. It's
Right.
2.5 mil. Do you know what I mean? So it could be for, a better training facility, extension on the stadium, buy a new player, like a magnitude
Buy a
of
new
things.
player.
It's Scotland, mate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can get a Scottish player. That's about it.
Kevin Nisbet, look at
Could you fuck him for 2.5 for a loan? It
Easy,
must be at least
easy.
3.
no chance. 2.5 straight in the Javi. So I'd put 2.5 million into them.
I genuinely can't believe you spent 5.
It's probably not even the biggest one, to be honest.
Oh, you're spending more?
Why?
What?
So I'm going to build a massive sports facility centre.
Oh,
right.
Okay. What, in Stirling?
Ideally, right? It would have 5-a-side things that you get at Fourth Bank. It would have a massive indoor pool. It would have a place for squash, because I know it's quite popular. It'd have like a proper gym facility, boxing ring, the works. Now, planning permission, building all the equipment, we're probably talking about 3-4 mil.
You would need investors for that.
Yeah. So you're talking 3-4, even 5 mil just for that.
You might have fucked all your money in one go there.
No, because I'm going to have business partners with this one. So I'm going to
put the idea hope that I also win the lottery and jump in on this.
Well, I'm going to basically going to go to investors.
Right.
Give them my idea. Say I'm putting up 25% of money. I need other people to do it as well.
Right.
And see what they say. Build it, and then I can make it, have memberships. That sort of idea. Memberships installing for it. A limited amount of people in it at one time. Based on when you go to the gym, you can never get a bit of equipment or something like that. You would never have that issue. Never have that issue. It would be like a case of like 50 people in it at one time or whatever. It'd be open 24/7. Yeah, best of gear. You could play
5-a-side pitches.
Oh, 1000%. Now,
Jamie, this is the best idea you've ever had.
There'd be staff at every section undertaking and caretaking it the whole time. So, for example, there would be no bullshit, no little left, because obviously it would have a roof over it. It's a centre, so it's indoors.
Yeah.
But the 5-a-side would have an open top roof in case it was sunny.
Yeah, like the mesh netting across it.
Aye, but the actual roof would be glass, so the sun could still come through if need be.
Fucking greenhouse.
No, but it would be a retractable roof.
Retractable roof?
No, not the whole thing.
Just
right, okay. So say the 5-a-sides are here, the roof above them, you'd be able to open up. I'm going bee's knees, by the way.
I think you're about to spend more than 5 mil on this, I'm not gonna lie.
There would be water dispense, like actual water bottles everywhere, so you don't pay for your water. I know. It's part of your membership, obviously. But let's say,
charging? How much a month?
So to gain access to everything, right? I'd probably say it's probably going to be about 40 quid a month
for everything. So your football, your squash, tennis, I presume, gym. What else? Boxing, you said.
And
what else can there be?
All times.
What else? Was there a pool there as well?
There was a swimming pool. So 50 bangers, you know.
And then you could say spend 10 a month if you wanted to just be doing the football or whatever like that.
Aye.
And you can book online, I presume, for certain slots.
Yep. So that's what I'm saying. There's only 50 people allowed in it at one time. Book your slots. You get 2-hour windows because nobody just goes for an hour.
Yeah.
So you better be in quick or you're missing it for the day. Simple as that. Aye. So that's So let's just say, for argument's sake, it costs $6 million to get everything up and running.
Okay.
I'd have a couple of investors with me.
Right.
So I'd maybe spend $3 million or
Yeah.
2.5. That would be
let's be realistic. You're probably spending $3 million.
Granted, aye. So $3 million, and then the rest would be there as a saving up in the ISA account.
Okay, so in total, you have spent about $8.5 million, I think, roughly.
Yep.
Close to $9 million. So you've got about $1.5 million left that you've got in the bank.
Yep, and that's all getting built up in interest.
No, genuinely, because obviously, for those that don't know, about nearly 10 years ago, Alex Ferguson was part of a project that was to get something similar built in Stirling to what Jamie was describing as maybe the state-of-the-art facility where anyone could train, play football, go to the gym, play squash, tennis, all these sorts of things. And I presume that's what you've kind of based your idea around. Obviously, it never came to fruition in the end, which is shite, to say the least. And I really think someone could benefit with something like that, especially in today's era. Right, so in total, I have spent around $3 million sterling for the house and the staff and the cars. 3.5 for all the other, 3.5 for including all the other places. How much do you reckon for the pub? Maybe like $1.5 million, $2 million.
Nah, not as much as that.
I'll be over
it.
I'll be over ambitious and just say like $1 million just for like sake of it, just in case, I'm sure something will go wrong and I'll have something that goes wrong. Probably COVID will fuck me in the ass again. So I've spent about 4.5, close to $5 million at the moment. Obviously, in terms of like other stuff, obviously, like I said, if we could do the podcast full time, obviously, I would also give you a wage so that we could do that. So you didn't have to work. You could come. Well, you would obviously have to work for the podcast, but that would be a full time job. Not bad working potentially like 2 days a week.
I'd probably do that then.
I'd give you a good wage to work for us for you.
What are we talking?
Well, you gave me less than minimum wage, so I think it's only fair if I give you. No. I don't know. What do you make a year at the moment? I don't know. Like what? 20? 20K? I don't know. I'll give you 50K a year to do the podcast.
I know. I'll tolerate that.
You'll tolerate it. You'll tolerate it.
I'm basing that off the fact I'm then going to get publicity. So then my social media accounts are going to fly up. Then I'm going to get sponsors after that. So I'll take 50K.
Yeah, you will fucking take 50K.
And once I become that big an influencer, I'll probably then
getting
a bit of better shape, and I jump on Love Island, and then I'll fucking increase even more. Pump birds into the sand for a bargain. Okay.
Pump birds into the sand for a living. That's all about being a millionaire, isn't it?
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Oh, tell me this though, right? Would you buy a hooker?
No.
I would, just for the bar.
Well. But you would in Amsterdam though, wouldn't you, Jamie?
That's one place I would love to go as well.
You don't have to buy a place that you can visit on holiday.
No, but I know. True.
I will say out of anywhere that I've ever been, I've also been very lucky to travel to quite a few places in my life. Amsterdam does have the best women, 100%.
I'd probably scrap Germany and just go to Amsterdam.
And
I get a season ticket for Ajax. Fuck it.
Oh, that would be nice as well, wouldn't it?
Aye. Because Ajax is amazing. Got unbelievable fans as well.
That does sound pretty good. Can we win this tomorrow now? I want to get on this.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get rid of Germany, go to Amsterdam, buy a season ticket for Ajax, right? And I'm going to buy a personal tutor to teach me Dutch.
That's actually something I was going to say. like, see if I buy a place in Spain, right? Because obviously, like, you know, I done Spanish at school, but with dyslexia and just in general being a Mongo, I always find it quite difficult to like learn another language. I would quite actually like to, in like my spare time, like go to like an actual like proper like tutor that would be able to like teach me like Spanish.
I would do that.
Another, you know, obviously, you know, you've got to have fun in the meantime as well. So I would obviously be, you know, if say we do this, actually, fuck, the next World Cup's in Qatar. I was going to say we would go to the World Cup or something, but that would just be a shit time for the pair of us. Well, right, we'll scrap that. Okay, we'll have a great house party for the World Cup coming on.
No booze, no gambling. What a riot.
I don't know. You'll try and access paddy power and be fucking arrested on the spot.
I
know. What else would I want to do? Like in general, I'd want to obviously like go away with my schoolmates. I know as well you aren't like the massive traveller, but however, judging by this, it sounds like you'd be down for a wee couple of trips.
Depends on where you're going.
Would you ever want to try Vegas?
Oh, I've had the money, 100%.
Oh yeah, no. Like if I was going to like
an American butchered pool with this accent.
If I won the lottery, right, I would do like a long weekend to a week in Vegas with like you and maybe a couple of other folk that like gambling. Give you like a grand a night, just go mental, enjoy yourselves.
I say we do it.
Well, without the money anyway.
No. Let's make a pact right now. If any of the two of us win the lottery, we'll do that.
Well, and pay for the other person's night, I take it, because fuck going to Vegas on minimum wages.
I say we do it.
I'm down. Yep, grand each a night, you know, see who can win the most. Sounds like a bit of banter.
And I therefore will be pumping an American bud each night, 100%. Whether it's a hooker or not. It's an American bud.
Jamie, back your abilities. You can get someone that isn't a hooker.
Aye, no, but hookers are my fun.
And you know this, do you?
Aye, I've experience. But aye.
You really are testing your luck today, aren't you?
Aye, definitely. Now Vegas would be good. I'll do that.
Yeah, we holiday for us, you know. And obviously, I'd really like to take I haven't been on a holiday with my gran and that in a few years now. I'd love to take her to Brittany because that's her favourite place in the world. So do you know what? That is something I'd actually might do. I might buy her a holiday home in Brittany. Just because I know that's like her favourite area in the world, so I could get that. And if she won't be going out every time, but like, you know, can give it to like the other family that might want to use it for a holiday.
Was that a plan?
I know, living the good life. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we've potentially missed out on here, in terms of like other money to spend.
No, I mean, I've definitely hit the nail on the head. Like, I've got 3 business plans there. All my cars that I want, family's all sorted. I'm laughing.
Do you think, though, right, once you spend your money originally, you would be quite sensible with your money going forward, or do you think you'd be quite bad?
Oh, that's how you stay rich. That's how you stay rich.
No, but do you think you would be? Do you think you could be good at money?
I'd be a penny pincher.
See, I either think, right, I would either double my money or I would be in the gutter in a year. It's one of the two that's going to happen.
Nah, I'd be too screwed on to let that happen.
The trouble is, though, because, like, I mean, obviously, I don't want to say that I've had a hard life because I've definitely no. But, you know, at the same time, I've also worked hard for, like, everything that I've done. I think I would, like, go fucking absolutely mental. And, you know, I'd obviously, you know...
You've worked hard?
I fucking have worked hard. You know, I have worked hard for very little, Jamie. So when...
I say after the podcast... We both put in a lottery ticket.
I'm down.
I feel like it's only fitting that we do it.
Yeah, I'm down that. Tell you what, as well, when we come back, we'll show our numbers as well, because, well, obviously, we're recording another one after this. If you want, I'm going to shops anyway. I can get you a wee cheeky lottery ticket if you want.
Aye. I mean, I might just do it online, to be fair, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think we have to do the paper. I think we have to stick it to what it's been so far. I think we have to get the wee papers one. You know,
get the paper one, then we'll stick it on the podcast.
Yeah. You tell me the numbers you want, and then I'll buy you one for that.
I need to go out and get a fucking birthday card anyway, so
Well,
if
I
remember
do.
to get mine. No, I do.
Right, whose
Unless
birthday's
you want to get
coming
me a
up?
birthday card when you're out.
Who's it for?
My mum,
When's your mum's birthday?
tomorrow.
You're that. You're that. Did you forget?
No, I never forgot. I can't forget. It's 3 days before mine.
I don't know. Like it sounds like you might have forgot. Let's be honest as well, Jamie. You live in the town centre. You're 100 yards from a caird shop. You don't have much of an excuse.
Sure.
You're trying to think of something. Just like fuck, I don't have.
You could definitely get me one when you're out though if you want.
Aye, fair enough. You're transferring me money, but because we don't won the lottery yet.
See, I've got this one, right?
What's wrong with that one?
It's a Mother's Day one. I think I could just give you that.
Have you wrote it from last year or something?
Mm-hmm.
No, you haven't. No. What have you got your mom for your? What have you got her?
None.
Oh my fucking god, you're an actual disgrace. Why doesn't she just bat me one day? I'm honestly.
I
shocked.
assume we're cutting this whole part out now.
I don't know how nice you feel to me. Do you want me to edit this out?
No, it's fine. Should we watch it?
You just fucking wait. Next week, next Sunday, she's gonna be battering you when she watches this and finds out.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. As long as you get a card from me, we're sorted, you know.
Yeah, I'll get you a card. I'll get you a card. Fucking fatty. Bastard,
man. So a card and a lottery ticket. I'll transfer you the money. You can bring it up to me. That's a sound plan. That.
No worries. Right. One last thing. Actually, you've got a fucking wee corner shop beside you. Do they not do fucking cards? I'll take it.
No, and plus he's a £5 a pop when he done the cards.
A £5 for a card?
Aye, I just about stabbed him.
You've admitted a lot of bad things today. Who cares? Your mom's birthday and now stabbing someone.
I know, but hookers are fine. Perfectly legal.
I mean, in some parts of the world, I know here.
Aye, Vegas.
I'm pretty sure they're illegal in Vegas, Jimmy.
Nah, America is fine. You're allowed it. Sound.
Do you know what? No, it's fucking not legal because the whole might fucking Hugh Grant.
Nah, it's allowed.
Right, as hookers allowed in America. I'm gonna get fucking swatted now for that. Prostitution is illegal.
No way. Well, in every state?
Yes.
Nah, it's not.
Jamie, I'm telling you now. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Vast majority of the states.
Right, so tell me the state. Tell me a state near Vegas. I'll pay for her there. We'll travel to Vegas. I'll ruin her night, and then away she goes.
Do you know what? I can't be arsed because there's some 50 states in America. I'm not going through and telling you which one's illegal.
We'll just assume Nevada's got it, right? So I'll buy one in Nevada and bring her down. Is that a plan?
I mean, you can enjoy your night with her. I'll be nowhere fucking near you.
No, I'll give you a shot of this.
No, Jamie. I appreciate your generosity, but you keep her, mate. You fucking keep her.
I'll give you a shot of the rest of it.
No. Do you know what? It's all right. Now, okay. One more. Since we're obviously done and we've settled who's going to win the lottery, I had actually one more idea of a game that was suggested to me by Dylan on this, and I thought it might be a good idea, but I'll also leave it up to you if we play it or not. Have you ever seen the game before, Mr. and Mrs.?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, obviously, for those that don't know, a question gets asked, you just get a wee second to think about it, and then you put up like an answer to who you think is most likely to be doing in that sort of situation or follows that idea the best, if that makes sense. So I was thinking of doing a sitting and chatting special, Mr. and Mr.
Right.
You down to play?
Mm-hmm.
Have you got paper there so we can write down like who we think, or are we gonna just draw?
No, I mean I'm gonna do it in the best way possible. This is literally on the spot.
So I'll be real. I probably should have said this beforehand, but you know,
you're the Samsung phone, so you're the Samsung phone, and I'm the iPhone.
Okay, right. Hold on. I'll go. Seen a little bit of last minute prep. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Right. I'll just put a tick beside whichever one I think is going to do it. All right.
Right.
So the first one, who is the funniest? Like, take a second to write here. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck off. Right. Ready? Are you ready? Right. 3, 2, 1. Yep. That is you.
1,000,000%.
Yeah. I wouldn't deny that. You are one of the funniest cunts I know. Right.
Fucking.
Who is the most vain? 3, 2, 1.
See, I'm not vain. I take the
yeah.
piss for it.
You're not. You take the piss for it, but I think in the terms though that I don't. I think
Yeah.
you're the only one that can win it, if that makes sense.
That's what I was thinking as well. Like, because I'm not vain. It's just that I know I'm fucking unbelievably fit. You know what I mean?
Right. Who's the best driver? 3, 2, 1.
Again, very simple.
Begrudgingly, but I will give it to you. I do think you are. I will say though, I think you put me in your car, I would do better than if you went into my car. I think you'd roll my car in about 5 seconds.
Maybe.
But I will say that you're the better driver in my opinion. Right. Best answer.
Right.
Fuck's sake. Hold on. Give me a sec. Sorry, my fucking note died.
We've not seen much each other dancing, to be fair.
No, I mean, we've obviously been to like the club before a few times together, but not too much. And sometimes if we do it, it's often piss-taking dancing, so to speak. Right. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. See, now, on the whole, right, I've seen your drunk dancing, and your drunk dancing is a lot worse compared to mine. And considering whenever you're out in a club, you're only ever pissed out your face, I reckon I win by default.
I mean, I'll give you this one, I suppose.
You know that's right. Best cook. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't cook. It's a very simple one there. Right, who is the cleanest?
Right, wait. In what sense?
In the sense that
like keeps their house in order, or as in actual body cleanliness?
I mean, we could do both if you want.
Let's do in general, house in order.
House in order,
car.
right? Okay,
that sort of idea, right?
Right. 3, 2, 1. Easy.
Right. So, no, in the car sense, like my car is a riot.
Yeah.
But like my room is spotless, and I do keep it clean. But you've got a whole house to look after, so I suppose you would win by default.
I do,
But
and
then again,
I
you
like
have a roommate as well.
Yeah, but like to be fair, like right. Here's the way that I look at it. Right.
Start claiming me OCD, I will kick your cunt in though.
What?
If you start claiming it's because you've got OCD, I will kick your cunt in.
I've never got OCD.
That's all right then.
And it's just that like the living room, the actual living room, I spend 99% of the time in here. Duncan barely ever uses this room. The kitchen he's in more often than me because his meals usually take more prep or whatever than mine do because he's like veggie and that. So in a sense that usually I do make more mess than he does. However, I also clean up more than he does, if that makes sense. So like if I'm having say if I'm doing like cleaning, I will have like a full day of cleaning. Like I'll fucking like dust, I'll hoover, I'll like polish stuff, you know, I will make a proper job of it. It's not just a case of just putting stuff away.
So you'd actually get the apron and run like a wee lassie. Right, cool.
Aye, basically.
Right.
Who makes the most stupid purchases? It's a difficult one, actually.
Right, okay.
Oh, fuck. I actually don't know yet. It's because we both have made some questionable purchases. Right, okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
I do think
I don't think I've ever bought anything that I truly regret.
PS5.
I never bought that. Like, I got it and then sold it, mind.
I thought you had to buy it first and then sell it.
Aye, I bought it and then made a profit of £400 on it.
Ah, right, okay. Did you not buy as well that fucking extra reg that you don't know what to do with?
I forgot about I had that.
I changed my fucking answer.
Nah. That's
How much was that reg?
I can't even mind. What was the reg again?
I don't remember, but you fucking bought it.
I've got the rights somewhere on here.
No, don't look up. You know you're taking that now. There's no way around it.
No chance. No
you
chance.
bought private reg and you forgot you had it.
Aye, but I could sell it, no problem.
You forgot you've had it. That's a ridiculous purchase.
That's gone on the
Right,
Facebook
right, okay. I've made more ridiculous purchases than you, but your ones are more expensive, if that makes sense.
Nah, I don't think so.
Right, tell me how much this reg is now. If it's more than fucking 250 quid, you win this.
Only 250.
Oh, yeah. Because let's face it, you've forgotten about it, so you just let this collect dust.
Fucking hell, I need to try and find it.
Nah, leave it. We'll just say that you're the worst spender.
No, but I will find this before the podcast is finished.
Right. Who drinks the most? Most frequently?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I will say I do go through stages though. Like sometimes I won't drink for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then other weeks I'll drink every day.
I just think you're an alcoholic.
And I'm glad you're helping me so much. How much was it? How much?
Oh my god, by the way, I forgot I had this.
How much was it?
412 quid.
You fucking won. There is no way. I've never made a 400 quid purchase and forgot it existed. Right. I will give you it though. It is a good reg.
I may put that in my car. Fuck it.
What are you gonna do with tags?
I'll probably just chop and change whenever I want.
You're admitting to too many crimes on this podcast. You know that.
I can't believe that. Do you know that?
Right. Who is the grumpiest? 3,
Right.
2, 1. It's definitely you.
The grumpiest.
You're more often in
I
a
don't
film
think-
mood than me.
I don't think I've ever been in a film mood.
You, even now, you're just like, I'm never in a fucking film mood.
You've been been delusional.
No. You know it's true as well. How often do you see me grumpy?
90% of the time.
That's rubbish, and you know it is.
I can't believe you see me when I bring from mood. The actual nonsense.
Right, we'll let the comments decide how about that. Vote in the
Whatever.
comments for who's the grumpiest, and we all know it's Jamie. Most talkative.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Talkative.
On the pod, I suppose I'm basing this more on the pod. If we're just in person,
Sure, of course. You have 95% of the people in here. So I would grant you that. But in general, talking to people outside of the podcast.
yeah, okay. I'll give you if they're outside the podcast, you for on the podcast, me.
Right, okay.
Who's the laziest? Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Easy.
Yeah, you've just literally sent me down to get a Moss birthday card. I mean,
Shh. She doesn't even know that.
oh, that's a difficult one, actually. I'm not really sure for this. Who has the least common sense?
In what sense again? No, like
Just in
everyday
general.
life.
Yeah, we'll say everyday life.
Right, okay.
3, 2, 1.
I'm torn.
I'd potentially maybe just say you, but I don't think there's much in it, if that makes sense.
Fuck it, I'll take it as a crown, innit?
Who's the most spontaneous?
Right.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. I will happily go wake up one day and just decide, right, I want to fucking go here. Who's free? Let's fucking go right now.
Aye. Whereas I'm too lazy for that game.
Yeah, I suppose that sort of goes hand in hand. Right, who is the most kind?
Right, okay.
3, 2, 1.
I'd say you ask people more in general how they're feeling and stuff. I'm kind in the sense I'm always there for somebody and can I help them.
Yeah.
But you, without fail, will constantly ask, how are you? And just the questions that keep people ticking over. But as in kind like that.
I
Put it this way, if we're
kind.
both walking in... no, granted, but if we're both walking in the street and you see a homeless person and I see the homeless person, you're more likely to give them money than me, is what I was basing it off.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm based off the sense of obviously you've obviously been there for me over the last 10 years for things. So from my point of view, obviously helps. But yeah, I mean, it could go either way. I don't necessarily think I'm a bad person when it comes to that either. I do try and help folk if I can. And you do the same. So it's pretty even again, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right, who's the smartest?
Right, okay. In everyday life again, or actual grades?
No, everyday life. Because I mean, let's face it, it's not fair if we do off a grade. And I'm a Mongo. Fine. 3, 2, 1.
I just kept basing it off grades because that's what defines somebody as a smart person.
No, I'm not big,
Like-
doesn't it?
Like if you were going off like everyday life as in how to do stuff or coming up with ideas to fix problems and stuff, I'd probably take it. But if it's, getting an English, getting an English question put in front of you, you're more likely to get it.
Maybe. But yeah, I'd probably still give it to you. I think in everyday life, you're just probably more
streetwise.
I wouldn't even say streetwise. I think we both are, just in the sense of maybe that you're more experienced in it, maybe, I suppose, in that sort of sense. Obviously, because you left school at a younger age, so you've sort of been in the working environment longer than I have, if that makes sense. Right, second last question. Who is the hardest worker?
All right.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
You've done the hard graft at many places. Whereas I've not easy by any chance, but where I work is a gift.
It's more relaxed than a lot of other businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that you don't work hard. Like I said, you actually had to get up and do the hard hours, especially when you first left school.
I've done 40 hours since I was 16, so.
Yeah. And I've been doing 40 hours since I was 18, but I've just been doing it more in the sense of in shitter jobs, I suppose.
You've had the harder graft.
Thank you. And final question, and potentially the most controversial: who's the better host?
Right, okay.
You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, split again.
Alright, you do the most talking, you bring 95% of the guests, you also bring the list of questions, you're more prepared, and what do you call it? Okay, now, what does I say? You do the editing, you bring the hosts, you talk the most. That would be the three main reasons.
Fair. I suppose I said the reason why I said for you is because I'm sure we mentioned this beforehand, but when we first started this podcast, or like when we first started talking about doing this, the whole idea of it was that we wanted to keep it as raw as possible. And we do to a certain degree. We very rarely ever edit something out or change something due to like what a guest has said or what we've said. We usually stick by our guns on what we upload. And I think in that sense, you're better for that than me, because you can sort of work off the cuff a lot better than me. I think as well, like, especially in the last sort of like year or so, you've been really good with getting more of your mates on and people that I've come to know either through football or your work or that. And I think as well, the other thing that helps is that you're like, see, when it's someone that we don't know, I think you're better in the interview in the terms of coming up with ideas that I necessarily wouldn't have thought of because I know them for a while, if that makes sense. So like you'll come up with a question that I wouldn't have thought about because obviously I've just thought about the basics of like what they've done, whereas you sort of analysed what they've said as the podcast has gone on and dug further deeper into that, which I always think has helped as we've done it. Which is why I would personally say you is better. Plus, also you make your you really don't care who it is, whether if it's your mate, my mate, or anyone's mate, you'll put them on full blast when they come on the podcast. Doesn't matter who they are, you give them the full 9 barrels and make it a difficult interview for them. Not just that's not fair. You just obviously you make it known that like if they say something that you don't agree with, you always raise your voice on that.
Aye, I agree. I'd say we're a good team.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I would not have done like I was thinking about this the other day. This would have failed so fast if I was doing this with anyone else other than you. The only person I've ever thought that I could have done something like this with is Fergus, but it would never have been as, no offense to Fergus, but the dynamic we have is a lot better for a podcast than me and him.
Yeah, that'll be Fergus.
Yeah. It's the truth, and that's why we're still going strong today.
Exactly.
Can you think of any more then you want to add for that questioning, or have we finished that?
Nah. I don't want to start arguing.
We've done well. I thought it was good to send in much more arguments. So it became quite pleasant actually.
Aye, true. See, was that Dylan that gave us that game?
I recommended that.
Aye, just Dylan. Yeah, big fucking wobble.
Speaking of which, she was obviously on last week, and you'll have seen how great an episode that was. Anything you want to add before we're finished?
Nah. Fuck it. Nah.
No. Right. In that case, then, we've got another one of these to do in a few hours, but for you, you'll see us looking a wee bit different next week then. But until then, I suppose, I've been Liam Whyte.
I've been Jamie Allan.
Catch us next week. Goodbye.
We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. We're 2 Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.